Latoya Harris, a dedicated teacher in Brooklyn, became the center of a scandal that would not only alter her life, but also spark a broader conversation about the consequences of personal choices. Known for her passion for education and her commitment to her students, Latoya's journey took an unexpected turn when her actions outside the classroom came to light. This incident, which initially seemed like a private matter, quickly escalated into a public spectacle, drawing attention from the media and the community alike. As we delve into Latoya's story, we uncover the complexities of her life, the pressures she faced, and the decisions that led to her downfall. This narrative serves as a poignant reminder of how personal choices can ripple through our lives, affecting not just ourselves, but also those around us. The scandal surrounding Latoya Harris raises critical questions about accountability, the weight of our decisions, and the societal expectations placed on educators. It challenges us to reflect on the fine line between personal freedom and professional responsibility. As we explore the events that unfolded in Brooklyn, we invite viewers to engage with the deeper implications of Latoya's story. What does it mean to be a role model? How do our choices define us? And what can we learn from the mistakes of others? This thought-provoking examination of Latoya Harris's life encourages us to consider the broader impact of our actions and the importance of making informed decisions. Join us as we navigate this compelling narrative, shedding light on the lessons learned and the conversations that need to happen in the wake of such events. Brooklyn, New York, is a vibrant tapestry of diverse neighborhoods, each with its own unique character and charm. From the historic brownstones of Brooklyn Heights to the artistic vibe of Williamsburg, the borough is a melting pot of cultures, languages, and traditions. The bustling streets are alive with the sounds of street vendors, musicians, and the chatter of residents, creating an atmosphere that is both dynamic and inviting. At the heart of this community lies James Madison High School, where Latoya Harris dedicated her career to shaping young minds. The school is not just an educational institution. It serves as a cornerstone of the neighborhood, bringing together families from various backgrounds and fostering a sense of belonging among students and staff alike. The close-knit community surrounding the school plays a crucial role in Latoya's story, as it highlights the support systems and relationships that can both uplift and challenge individuals. The environment of Brooklyn, with its rich cultural heritage and strong community ties, contributes significantly to the narrative of Latoya's life. It is within these streets that she navigated her professional journey, faced personal struggles, and ultimately encountered the scandal that would change everything. The juxtaposition of Brooklyn's lively atmosphere and the weight of Latoya's choices creates a compelling backdrop for her story, illustrating how the environment can influence one's path. As we explore the significance of Brooklyn in Latoya's life, we see how the community's values and expectations intersect with her personal decisions, shaping the trajectory of her career and her identity as an educator. This setting not only frames her experiences, but also enriches the broader conversation about the impact of community on individual lives. Latoya Harris was known as a tough but fair English teacher, earning the respect of her students at James Madison High School. Her teaching style was characterized by high expectations and a commitment to fostering critical thinking, encouraging her students to engage deeply with literature and express their thoughts confidently. Latoya's classroom was a space where students felt challenged yet supported, as she believed in their potential to succeed. However, beneath her strong exterior lay a complex personal life that often felt at odds with her professional persona. At home, Latoya faced significant challenges in her marriage with Marcus, which had become strained over the years. The pressures of her job, coupled with the demands of family life, created a sense of distance between them. Despite her dedication to her students, Latoya often felt unfulfilled and isolated, grappling with the weight of her responsibilities both at school and at home. The emotional toll of her marriage added to her feelings of loneliness as she struggled to find a balance between her professional aspirations and personal happiness. This internal conflict contributed to her sense of isolation, making it difficult for her to share her struggles with others. Latoya's character is a poignant reflection of the challenges many educators face as they navigate the complexities of their roles while dealing with personal issues. Her story highlights the importance of support systems and the need for open conversations about mental health and fulfillment. As we delve deeper into Latoya's life, we uncover the layers of her character, revealing a woman who, despite her strength in the classroom, yearned for connection and understanding in her personal life. Latoya Harris's initial connection with Jamal Thompson began in the context of academic support as he struggled to keep up with his English assignments. Jamal was a bright student with a passion for music, but he faced numerous challenges, including a turbulent home life and the pressures of fitting in at school. His struggles often manifested in his grades, leading him to seek help from Latoya, who recognized his potential and was determined to guide him. Their tutoring sessions started as a professional endeavor, with Latoya providing the encouragement and guidance Jamal needed to improve his skills. However, as they spent more time together, a deeper bond began to form. Jamal's charisma and vulnerability drew Latoya in, while her nurturing nature provided him with a sense of stability he craved. What began as a mentor-student relationship gradually evolved into something more intimate as they found solace in each other's company. The thrill of their connection was palpable, but so was the danger of their forbidden attraction. Both were acutely aware of the ethical boundaries they were crossing, which added an exhilarating yet precarious element to their relationship. The secrecy surrounding their feelings heightened the excitement, but it also brought with it a sense of anxiety and fear of discovery. Latoya found herself torn between her professional responsibilities and the undeniable chemistry she felt with Jamal. This complex dynamic not only intensified their connection, but also set the stage for the challenges that lay ahead. As their relationship deepened, it became a source of both joy and turmoil, reflecting the intricate interplay of passion and risk that defined their bond. Rashad Williams was a confident and charismatic football player at James Madison High School, known for his athletic prowess and magnetic personality. With a reputation as a natural leader on the field, Rashad had a way of commanding attention, and he developed a crush on Latoya Harris, captivated by her intelligence and passion for teaching. As Latoya's relationship with Jamal Thompson deepened, Rashad's interest in her only intensified, leading to a series of complicated interactions that would further complicate her life. Rashad began to make subtle advances toward Latoya, often lingering after class to chat or offering to help with school events, all while trying to gauge her feelings. Latoya, caught in the whirlwind of her emotions for Jamal, found herself increasingly aware of Rashad's attention, which stirred a mix of intrigue and confusion within her. The tension between them was palpable, as Rashad's flirtatious demeanor clashed with Latoya's commitment to her role as a teacher. Despite her attempts to maintain professional boundaries, Latoya couldn't help but feel a spark of attraction toward Rashad, drawn to his confidence and charm. This internal struggle created a complex web of emotions as she grappled with her feelings for both Jamal and Rashad. The allure of Rashad's advances added a layer of excitement to her life, but it also heightened her sense of guilt and conflict. As the lines between teacher and student blurred, Latoya found herself navigating a precarious situation, torn between the thrill of new attraction and the responsibilities that came with her position. This dynamic not only tested her resolve, but also set the stage for the unfolding drama in her life, as she faced the consequences of her choices amidst the growing complications. Latoya Harris's relationship with Andre Mitchell was markedly different from her more tumultuous connections with Jamal Thompson and Rashad Williams. Andre, a quiet and studious senior, often kept to himself, but he possessed a depth of character that intrigued Latoya. Unlike the flirtatious banter she shared with Rashad or the passionate intensity of her relationship with Jamal, her bond with Andre was rooted in intellectual curiosity and emotional understanding. Their conversations often delved into literature, philosophy, and personal aspirations, creating a safe space where both felt comfortable expressing their thoughts and feelings. This emotional depth fostered a unique connection, allowing Latoya to explore her own vulnerabilities and dreams in a way she hadn't experienced with the other two. Andre's calm demeanor and thoughtful insights provided a refreshing contrast to the chaos surrounding her life. He listened intently, offering support and encouragement, which helped Latoya feel seen and valued beyond her role as a teacher. This relationship became a refuge for her, a place where she could escape the pressures of her professional life and the complications of her romantic entanglements. While her affairs with Jamal and Rashad were marked by excitement and risk, her connection with Andre was grounded in mutual respect and genuine companionship. It allowed Latoya to reflect on her choices and the direction of her life, prompting her to consider what she truly wanted. Andre's presence in her life served as a reminder of the importance of emotional intimacy and the value of a relationship built on trust and understanding, ultimately highlighting the complexities of her journey as she navigated the challenges of love, responsibility, and self-discovery. As Latoya Harris became more entangled in her secret affairs with Jamal Thompson and Rashad Williams, the pressure she faced began to mount significantly. The initial excitement of these relationships, fueled by passion and attraction, started to give way to a growing sense of anxiety and unease. Both boys, sensing the emotional connection Latoya shared with each of them, began to exhibit jealousy and possessiveness. Jamal, who had initially been drawn to Latoya's guidance, became increasingly protective, often questioning her interactions with Rashad. Meanwhile, Rashad's confident demeanor masked a simmering insecurity, leading him to assert his feelings more aggressively, which only added to the tension. Latoya found herself caught in a web of conflicting emotions, struggling to maintain her professional facade while navigating the complexities of her personal life. The thrill that once accompanied her secret liaisons began to fade as the weight of potential discovery loomed over her. Each stolen moment felt more precarious, and the fear of being exposed intensified her anxiety. She became hyper-aware of her surroundings, constantly scanning for signs that someone might uncover the truth about her relationships. The joy that had once characterized her interactions with Jamal and Rashad was overshadowed by the dread of consequences, both personally and professionally. As the excitement of the affairs diminished, Latoya began to question the choices she had made. The thrill of the chase was replaced by a sense of entrapment, forcing her to confront the reality of her situation. The once exhilarating escapades now felt like a burden, leaving her to grapple with the implications of her actions and the impact they would have on her life and career. This internal conflict marked a turning point for Latoya, as she realized that the cost of her secret affairs might be greater than the fleeting pleasure they provided. The parking lot of James Madison High School was dimly lit, casting long shadows as the sun began to set, creating an ominous backdrop for the explosive confrontation that was about to unfold. Tension hung thick in the air, charged with unresolved emotions and simmering jealousy. Jamal Thompson and Rashad Williams, both fueled by their possessive feelings for Latoya Harris, had finally reached a breaking point. The atmosphere crackled with anticipation as they faced off, their voices rising above the hum of distant traffic and the occasional chirp of crickets. Jamal's anger was palpable, his fists clenched as he confronted Rashad about his growing closeness with Latoya. Rashad, equally agitated, shot back with accusations of betrayal, insisting that he had every right to pursue her. The emotions swirling around them, jealousy, frustration, and a desperate need for validation, ignited a volatile situation. As their words escalated into shouts, the tension reached a boiling point, and it became clear that this confrontation was no longer just about Latoya. It was about pride and dominance. Amidst the chaos, Latoya found herself trapped, unable to escape the consequences of her choices. She had never intended for her relationships to spiral into such turmoil, but now she was caught in the crossfire of the boys' anger. As she approached the scene, her heart raced with fear and regret, realizing that her actions had led to this explosive moment. The very thrill that had once drawn her to Jamal and Rashad now felt like a heavy weight, suffocating her. In that parking lot, surrounded by the chaos of her decisions, Latoya understood that the fallout from her secret affairs was far more destructive than she had ever anticipated, leaving her to grapple with the reality of her entangled life. The immediate aftermath of the confrontation in the parking lot was chaotic and filled with tension. Jamal Thompson and Rashad Williams, both caught up in their heated emotions, sustained injuries that would leave lasting marks. Jamal had a swollen eye and a bruised jaw, the result of a punch thrown in the heat of the moment. Rashad, on the other hand, had a cut on his lip and a scraped knee, evidence of the physical struggle that had erupted between them. As they both lay on the ground, gasping for breath and nursing their wounds, the reality of their actions began to sink in. Meanwhile, Andre Mitchell, who had been a bystander to the chaos, felt a surge of panic as he witnessed the violence unfold. His instinct to intervene had backfired, and now he faced the possibility of legal ramifications for his involvement. The school administration was quick to respond, and Andre found himself caught in a web of disciplinary actions, facing potential suspension or worse. The weight of the situation pressed heavily on him as he grappled with the consequences of trying to protect Latoya and the fallout from the fight. For Latoya, the emotional turmoil was overwhelming. As she stood on the sidelines watching the chaos unfold, she felt a deep sense of guilt and regret. The thrill of her secret affairs had led to this moment of violence, and she was left to confront the reality of her choices. The boys she cared for were now injured and at odds, and she felt responsible for the rift that had formed between them. Latoya's heart ached as she realized that her actions had not only jeopardized her relationships, but also put her career and reputation on the line. The fallout from the fight marked a turning point in her life, forcing her to reckon with the consequences of her decisions and the impact they had on everyone involved. The scandal surrounding Latoya Harris quickly became a sensationalized story, with the media playing a pivotal role in amplifying its reach. News outlets flocked to Brooklyn, eager to cover the drama that had unfolded at James Madison High School. Headlines blared, framing Latoya as a controversial figure, and the narrative quickly shifted from a personal affair to a public spectacle. The relentless coverage not only invaded her privacy, but also painted a distorted picture of her character, reducing her to a scandalous headline rather than recognizing her dedication as an educator. The community's reaction was swift and polarized. Many residents expressed shock and disappointment, struggling to reconcile the image of a beloved teacher with the scandalous details that emerged. Parents were concerned about the influence of such events on their children, leading to heated discussions at school board meetings and within local forums. The atmosphere at James Madison High School became tense as students whispered about the unfolding drama and teachers felt the pressure of scrutiny. The once supportive environment was now tainted by gossip and judgment, creating a rift within the community. Amidst this turmoil, Latoya experienced profound isolation. The very people she had dedicated her life to teaching now viewed her through a lens of scandal, leaving her feeling alienated and alone. Friends and colleagues distanced themselves, unsure of how to navigate the fallout. Latoya's emotional state deteriorated as she grappled with the consequences of her choices, feeling trapped in a narrative that overshadowed her true self. The isolation she faced was suffocating, as the community she once felt connected to now seemed like a distant memory, leaving her to confront the reality of her situation in solitude. The scandal not only altered her life, but also reshaped the fabric of the Brooklyn community, highlighting the far-reaching impact of personal choices on collective perceptions. The long-term consequences of Latoya Harris's actions reverberated through her life, leaving indelible marks on both her personal and professional spheres. Professionally, Latoya faced severe repercussions. The scandal led to her suspension and ultimately the loss of her teaching position at James Madison High School. The once respected educator found herself grappling with the stigma of her choices, struggling to regain her footing in a community that had turned against her. The emotional toll was immense as she wrestled with feelings of shame and regret, questioning her judgment and the impact of her decisions on her career. The fallout also affected Jamal, Rashad, and Andre, each of whom faced their own struggles in the wake of the scandal. Jamal, once a promising student, found it difficult to focus on his studies, his reputation tarnished by the violence and drama that had unfolded. Rashad, too, dealt with the consequences of his actions, facing disciplinary measures and the burden of being labeled as part of the scandal. Andre, who had tried to intervene, was left with feelings of guilt and confusion, questioning his role in the chaos and how it had altered his future. Through this tumultuous experience, important lessons emerged about power dynamics and vulnerability. Latoya learned that the allure of forbidden relationships often comes with hidden costs, revealing how easily personal choices can spiral out of control. The boys, too, recognized the fragility of their positions, understanding that their emotions and actions could lead to unforeseen consequences. Ultimately, the scandal served as a harsh reminder of the complexities of human relationships, the importance of boundaries, and the need for open dialogue about vulnerability and accountability. The lessons learned from this experience would shape their lives moving forward, influencing their decisions and interactions in profound ways. Latoya Harris's story serves as a poignant reminder of the tragic outcomes that can arise from the choices we make, particularly when personal desires clash with professional responsibilities. Latoya, a dedicated teacher, found herself embroiled in a web of secret affairs with her students, Jamal Thompson and Rashad Williams, which ultimately led to a scandal that not only cost her career, but also deeply affected the lives of the boys involved. The emotional turmoil and isolation she experienced, coupled with the struggles faced by Jamal, Rashad, and Andre Mitchell, highlight the far-reaching consequences of crossing ethical boundaries. This narrative underscores the importance of maintaining clear lines between personal and professional relationships, especially in educational settings where power dynamics can complicate interactions. The choices made by Latoya and the boys serve as a cautionary tale, urging us to reflect on the implications of our actions and the potential fallout that can ensue when boundaries are blurred. As we conclude this exploration of Latoya Harris's journey, we invite you to engage with the themes presented in this story. Consider the lessons learned about vulnerability, accountability, and the significance of ethical conduct in our relationships. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with others who may benefit from these insights. Your engagement helps foster a community where we can continue to explore important topics and have meaningful conversations about the complexities of human relationships. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to further discussions on these vital issues.